Welcome everyone to the show. I'm your host Don Vic. This is the place where you find new talent, new faces, and upcoming stars here live on the show all the time. What's up, everybody? What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? What's up, everybody around the world that tunes in to show me love? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Today I have my guest coming on the show. She is my business partner. She is my best friend, and she is a writer and creator of the film Vampires Vendetta. And today we'll be doing an update on what's going on with Vampires Vendetta. With Denise Pounds. She'll be on the show in a few minutes. I'll bring her up as soon as she pops up. Um, I just want to congratulate everyone that's going out to LA, out in Hollywood for the luxury gala out in the Hilton Hotel. Big shout out to my good friend Samira, Crystal Snow, Sherry Shearer, Severs, um, my brother Paul, Michelle, Rhonda, um, uh, Looney Tunes, and everyone that's involved in this amazing event that will be happening March 2nd out in Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles, California. Eventually, I couldn't make it this year to the red carpet, but definitely next year, with God's grace, I'll be at the red carpet event with my good friends and family out there at the red carpet for next year. So, big shout out to them. Big shout out to my good friend, model, actress, um, and singer, Britt Burks, and big shout out to her mom that are out there as well. Music artist Zena, also big shout out to her. She'll be out there for the red carpet, among other good friends of mine that are popping up uh, for this event on March 2nd, which is a Sunday. Hopefully, we can get some videos and pictures. I'll post them up here. Um, so I'm excited, and big shout out to Samara. Love you so much. You're an amazing woman, and I wish you the best on the event on Sunday. So, folks, also big shout out to my brother Hazel Roche from Celebrity Boxing. Big shout out to CEO and founder of Celebrity Boxing, Damian Fellman. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to my good friend, actress Sandy Johnson from the film Jason. Um, she appeared in that first film in 1970 out. I mean 78. So big shout out to her. And everyone else that's out there, especially the paranormal. Big shout out to the paranormal world. Um, Sean Ellis, big shout out to him. Also, big shout out to my good friend, also a best friend of mine. She's amazing, Nicole Butler Vegas, out of Las Vegas, um, and Sean C. Phillips out of Los Angeles, which is a director for Desert Fiends. And they're now shooting Desert Fiends 2 in Las Vegas in April. So big shout out to you, and I wish you guys the best in that film. So folks, it's a journey, and we on it. And I am honored and blessed to know so many people around the world that are in this industry and have been good to me, and have blessed me with being part of their team and part of their projects. That's the way we roll. That's the way we do it. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I'm very, very excited because, I got some good news today. I'm not going to spoil the news because it's something not to spoil, right? But things are looking very good for the team and I. And I'm just very proud of my partner. She's putting in a lot of work. um and she's a person that's behind the scene. Nobody really knows who she is. She likes to be in the backside, not like me. I'm cameragetic. I love the camera. So that's why we make a good team. Okay, I just be like, just stand back there, let me give me the camera. You know what I mean, folks? So I want to bring in my partner. She's here on the panel, and we're going to talk about Vampires Vendetta, give you guys an update on what's going on and what we're doing. and what we're looking for as well. But I'll let Denise Pounds tell you more about it. So please welcome Denise.
Hey Vic,
Hey,
what's up?
what's going on?
Not much.
How you feeling? Looking beautiful over there today.
Oh, thank you. I'm feeling pretty well. You almost
Hey,
caught me shoving potato chips in my mouth. So,
I was trying to catch you with a chip.
oh, it is a beautiful, beautiful day. How about there?
It is. It is. God is great. And I always talk to you off camera, and we truly believe and have faith in Him to do great things for us in the future. Um, so things do happen step by step, and I'm very very honored that things are not moving as fast as we wanted, but they moving, and as long as it's moving, it's good news.
Well, I think that one thing you and I both have learned is that sometimes we just have to let the universe kind of take over.
Yes,
And it's like when I was at a really bad point, you reminded me that sometimes we have to let the universe and God or whoever your higher power is get the people who shouldn't be there out and bring the people and the things that should be there in.
exactly.
Can't force nothing.
That's right. And once people recognize that, things will probably get better for them as well. Um, what I've learned from this, Denise, um, is being patient. I usually used to do things my way and did them the way I wanted to and when I wanted to, and when things changed around, I had to realize that it's not on my time; it's when he's ready. Um, and I have to accept that because that's the way the universe works. Um, also learned anything that I throw out comes back to me. So good energy comes right back to you. So those are some of the things I've learned in my lifetime to accept the fact that it's not on my time, it's not when I want to, and I have to sit down and be patient and wait when it's my turn.
Yep. And that doesn't always mean that exactly what you want to happen
Right.
is going to happen just by being patient. You also have to put the work in because you can't be sitting in your house every day, not out there hustling and trying to make it happen. It's not going to happen. You still have to put in the hard work, but you have to do it with honor and integrity. And it will. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, beautiful.
And it'll happen eventually. You
Right.
know, like you said, positive thoughts,
Right.
positive thoughts.
Right.
So,
Right.
and here we are.
Yes.
So, um, after months of fighting with trying to get this website up, I am definitely not a techie person.
We know
Um,
I know that. They
it
don't know
is,
that, but I know that.
oh, let me tell you what, and I will say I'm also horrible about reading directions because I have, as you know, ADHD. I
Yeah.
am well medicated, but I still,
Function.
yeah, let's
Pretty
call it
much.
that.
Pretty much
Um,
can function. Right.
um, so I wound up and I finally got frustrated after like a month and switched to a different, wound up switching to Wix from what we were using. And I had the website up in 2 weeks. I finally found something that worked. So vampiresvendetta.net is officially up. We have a store. We've got information. Our email is attached to it. We are also have a link on our website, which I am so proud that it's not perfect. Remember, not techie here. Um, but a link to our first crowdfunding
Hmm.
um, site page thing is there. as well as it is on our Facebook page, and there's even a QR code if you would rather do that.
That's great. And that's what we need. Guys, if you guys have any questions, Susan, Nancy, oh hi Tracy, my queen. Hi Tracy.
Hi,
Mwah.
Tracy.
I was thinking about you today, Tracy. I was scrolling through my page and I saw you in a picture with a gentleman, and I said, "Man, I wonder what Tracy's doing. I got to bring you on the show, Tracy. We want to have to talk to you for a minute, see what goblins you got flying around." Big shout out to Tracy. Tracy's amazing as
That's
well.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So you know, for people that don't know, because you said this a while ago, um, that are wondering what Vampire Vendetta is all about. Let's just give them a quick recap on that. So the people that are now new here that don't know
Mhm.
what Vampire. Why did you write it?
You just
What?
want me to speak?
Yeah, just run it.
Okay, so
Hi,
you have
Liam.
pushed me to do enough of these things that I am slowly becoming more comfortable with them, and I hate you
Good,
for it, by the
good.
way.
You're gonna
But
run
I
my
still
show
love
one
you and
day.
adore you.
You're gonna run my show one day.
No, I'm not. No, you are the face. That's what we talked about earlier. People will not be
Yes.
knocking on my door. They're knocking down your door because that is your job.
Oh boy. Okay.
So, full of sass today. I'm sorry. Um, so Vampires Vendetta. It is a story from the area. Hi, Liam. How are you? Um, it is a story from the area that I live in.
Hi, Kelly White.
There is a so it we took a lot of creative liberties with it. We changed the time and the overall story, but the original story is that lead mining was very, very big in our area back in the day, back before my day, so long time ago. Um, and we had a whole bunch of immigrants from the country of Hungary. And one of those immigrants was a true albino, pink eyes, pale skin, white hair. So, being a true albino, he only worked at night because, sun hurts his skin. And the kids in the area were said to be cruel. They called him names, they threw rocks at his house. And, anybody that is bullied by anybody, no matter
Mhm.
the age of the person being bullied or the people doing the bullying, um, it kind of gives you a little bit of a chip on your shoulder.
Right.
And so he was not always the friendliest of people. So then a lot of the children within the area started dying, just mysteriously dying.
Mm.
And so they blamed this Hungarian albino um, of being a vampire. And it was also back around the time when Bram Stoker's Dracula came out.
Mm.
So there was a lot of, kind of fueling the fires more or less. So they lynched him and hung him and buried him um, with a cat, and they put a cast iron fence or a wrought iron fence around his grave that they used to hang crosses and crucifix from to contain him should he ever try to rise again. Um, so that's where our story came from. In the original story, the children more than likely died of tuberculosis or some other, disease because they weren't being inoculated for things, you know.
Right.
Um, so this man lost his life.
Right.
And so we took that story and we embellished it, or creative liberties. And we came up with, for a long time, it was more like, I really want to tell this story because it is very, very interesting. I love urban legends. I love history. I love everything that goes bump in the night. How do we want to tell this? And then it just came to me one day. Let's make this a family film. Let's gear this towards kids and their family. And vampire. Oh, thank you, Susan.
Yeah.
Vampires Vendetta is what came from that. And I can't really say a whole bunch because it will totally give it away.
Right.
But I'm really excited, and everybody that has read it is really, really excited to see it come to fruition.
Right. So, is there somewhat some type of truth behind, in the film? Is there something that, you know, that connects to this albino in this film? Is there something, or like,
The
what's your story? Like the story that you wrote, is there like a message behind it? And like, what?
so basically the what came as I was writing it, I knew the story that I wanted to tell.
Right.
And a lot of times when you're writing, things evolve.
Yes.
They evolve into something better, something more sustainable. And you sit there and you think about your own life and the things that are important in it, because behind every story there's an element of truth. And it is friendships and families that
Right.
keep you going.
Right.
Um, I always told my kids that great, joyful, happy moments are wonderful and they're great to have, but that's not what forms who you are. What forms who you are is all the bad things that happen to you, all the trials and the tribulations that you go
Patience
through,
they
and the
create.
way that you navigate through it. Do you navigate through it with grace and dignity, and become a better, more compassionate human,
Right.
or do you let it turn you cold? And so taking the core of that concept and showing it within the friendships of the kids in this movie, much like Goonies, me, I it's
You
one of the
love
best movies ever made.
right.
We tried to incorporate that type of friendship, that do or die friendship. We stick together
Yeah.
through everything. You've read it.
Yeah.
You
It's
you
it's it's
you
it's
know.
it's well put together. I can't wait to see it come to life. I know these kids are gonna have fun doing this. It's a fun a film, and the parents, would also gonna like it because it's a family thing. Where
Yeah,
you can have your father, you can have your grandma, you can have your neighbors come and watch this family film. And you said it before that we're lacking on that.
yeah.
And it will be nice to. It's a film where you can bring family together and
Hmm.
have those conversations with your kid. If you're, if you guys are bumping heads, it's a film where you can sit, watch it, and then it'll bring you close where you can have that conversation.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think that's important nowadays, that we need that connection with our children nowadays.
Oh
And
yeah, we have lost connection with them, and all because of this device right here.
yes,
Um, their friends never leave your house, and so that is taken away from the element of family. And because there was a time when we would sit down at a dinner table and talk about our day, talk about different things that happened. And anymore, people are too busy doing this or going to their
yeah,
rooms and not communicating, and communication is key.
I agree 100%. Hey T-Bone, how you doing? Thank you for logging in. um you know that's it's a for those that you guys don't know, because you guys don't know the story, you don't haven't read it. I read it. Susan's read it. Of course, Denise, she wrote it. But it's
I
something
read
that's,
it.
yeah, it's gonna be something very interesting and very nice for families to watch. Um, and the amazing thing is that you took something that happened in your town, and then you created something similar to it, right, or close to it. And you made it your own. You know, and I like saying this because you're very creative. And when you're creative like that, it makes it easier to write films, to put scripts together versus, like I say, if you read a book, you get the book and everything's there. So
Yeah.
being a creator, where you can start a project from the bottom and create something, it's amazing. I mean, I don't think a lot of people could do that. I think a lot of actors usually get their films from a story or a book that they read, and they turn it into a film.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's many that can create films like that. And if I may be wrong, but for me, I've known movies to be written from books or stories that they've heard or thing, and then they go by the story and they create it. But to
Hmm.
create something from scratch where you have nothing to go by, just pop in your head, something pops in your head, and then you start to write about it, and then you end up making a story about it. That's amazing.
And that's one thing that I love about our partnership
Hmm.
is that you can send me something or I can send you something, and we know that there's something missing, and or we know that it can be better.
Hmm.
And we sit there and, guys, I'm serious. We have sat on the phone or, video chatting for 4 hours,
Yeah,
if
she's not
not
lying.
more, going, well, what if, well, what if, well, what if, well, if we do that, and it's all about because you know where you want to start and you know where you want to end. But everything in between and the what comes next is the hardest part. Because when you're sitting there watching the movie, you're just kind of feeling the vibe of it, you're into it. And each scene is a what if. It takes a lot to formulate that because you're creating a world where you don't know what's going to happen next, and I've got to decide for you, is that feasible? Does that, and if you hear my dogs, I'm sorry. Um, you just got to figure it out.
Right.
And there's times when I want to beat my head against a wall.
And folks, and it has to make sense, you know, because we can write one piece in the beginning, and then in the middle of the story, that first piece has to make connect with that middle piece, or that middle piece has to relate to the first piece. So, it's hard to do that because when you're creating it, we have to go back, and look at that what we wrote to make it make sense, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then not just that, but then in between that, we got to make sure that everything we wrote when it got to that piece to go back to the beginning makes sense, you know, and then we
Yeah.
go on from there. So her and I, we go back and forth, and a good example of that is my project, right? My project, I made it out of my head. Some could be some true story, but whatever. But it's out of my head, and her and I have been going back and forth. So I started it with one thing, and now it totally shifted. The story shifted, similar but different. Now we're it's
It's
making
more
more sense.
focused and centered.
Exactly, and it's more centered. So it's very hard to do, folks. It's not an easy being a writer. It's not easy, and putting things where they belong. I mean, her and I have worked on my project where we wrote something, and then she'll call me back and she said, "Victor, I don't want to do that. It's what you think about this," and we had to rewrite certain parts of
Mhm.
my story.
Or
It's
Victor, it doesn't work because we did this back in scene three.
Yes,
And if we do this, we're going to have to completely start from scratch and restructure. Thank God for beat boards, is all I can say.
right. So we take notes. Denise takes notes of what we we have in mind, and we agree to it, right?
Hmm.
And if we both agree to it, then she writes. And then once she writes it, she sends it to me. I look at it. I say, Denise, this is great. Let's go on to the next chapter of
Yeah,
the
I don't
story.
think you've ever sent me something back where you're like, yeah, this ain't gonna work.
No,
I mean,
no,
we work very, very well together.
we do. And the fact that you never worked on an action movie like this or a mob or gangster movie, you're doing pretty damn well with writing what
Well,
you're
thank
writing,
you.
you know,
It's
and
nice to step outside of my comfort
yeah, a little
zone.
element,
But
yeah,
you know me, my the darkness is my world.
right. But so it's a challenge for her, it's a challenge for me for certain projects, but it's only going to make us better, right, Denise? It's only going to
Mhm.
make us better.
You're
And when we
right.
start doing different projects, different contents, and what we're working or what we
Mhm.
want to work with, 2 3 years from now, we're going to be so good at what we do that it's just going to be like this. Writing a script is going to take us no time to write it. It's written, boom, ready to shoot, whatever the case may be. So what drives you, Denise, to become the writer that you are today?
So, and you and I were talking about this earlier before, I had other things to do,
Yeah.
um, because life. So, I have written my entire life. I made the conversion over to script writing, started to about 8 years ago, and it's a hard transition to make. Uh, Hi, Rainy. Hi, honey. How are you?
Thank you, Reed, for tuning in.
Yeah, I thought she was going to take a nap. She needs some sleep. That is a magical unicorn right there, guys. That is my co-writer. That is Ree. I love her and adore her so very much.
And folks,
Um,
to hold on, Denise, before you go. So, folks, Reed is part of the team.
yep,
So it's not just Denise and I making this happen. Ree is also part of this,
yep.
circle that's making all this happen. So we're working as one. And I'm glad you showed up, Ree, so that people
We
know
can
who you
brag
are.
about you.
Yeah, and we can write about you, and maybe bring her on in the future, to
I
talk
told
to
her.
her,
I told her.
and
Yeah.
so she can tell her story and how she started and what drove her to become a great writer as well, and inspired her. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So we can do that as well.
Yep.
Okay, so you can go. Sorry.
So yeah, we come up with our stuff. Um, where were we talking about? Vampire Vendetta and okay. So where I was is that over the past few years, people have had politics just shoved down their throat.
Yes,
Um, and people are just tired of it. And me and Marie were talking about this earlier today too,
correct.
that people want surrealism. People want an escape. And we wake up in the morning and we listen to the news, we watch the weather, we hear about all this negativity and all the bad things going on in the world.
Hmm.
And the last thing you want is to turn on a TV show that just shoves that down your throat more and more. We all have different political views. We all have different views on life. And and that's okay. We're individuals, we're human beings. We don't have to always agree. But what we want is that sense of escapism, to watch something and forget about our problems, even if it's only for an hour or two. And that is where I think TV has gotten away from. And so part of our goal now is to bring that sense of escapism, to bring back the entertainment factor back to TV and film. I mean, and that's not saying that every show and every TV series is about that. Um, but there's always an underlying tone of some sense, some form of hate, and we don't, we don't want that. We just want to enjoy good TV and be entertained and forget about our life for a little while. little
Right.
while.
Right. And keep it as realistic as we can, you know,
Mhm.
where
Without
people
getting
can,
political.
right, without getting political, where people can adjust to the film and, relate to it, you know, um,
And that's why
because,
you don't really see political posts from me often,
no,
because I just don't, when you start getting political is when you start losing people,
right.
and we want everybody to feel included and to feel the joy and the warmth that we're trying to create.
Yeah. 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 If any of you guys got any questions, you guys are welcome to ask any questions as well. As far as, the film. And so we're also, uh and this film, folks, we're trying to shoot for 2026 for next year. Um, and let's talk to them about the perks. Talk to them about
Oh, okay. So
opportunities and stuff like that.
So we're doing some crowdfunding. We will be starting up an Indiegogo, but that is not up yet. What we do have right now is the Alara, I think that's how you pronounce it, website. We're being fiscally sponsored by From the Heart Productions. They are a 501c, which is a charitable nonprofit. So what they do is when people make donations, they are able to give them a tax deduction. I think the minimum is $100, but don't quote me on that. So if you go to our website and you click on the link, or you go to our Facebook page and you click on that link, or you go through the QR code, it'll take you to our fundraising page there. And then whenever you make the donation, it'll, I guess, ask you if you want tax deduction form, or whatever it is that they give. Um, and the nice thing about this site is that it's open-ended. We don't, like with Indiegogo, you have a maximum of, I do believe, 60 days to raise your money. We need a lot of money. So
Yeah.
I think I've got the Alara set right now at like 30,000. And that's because of the amount of things that we need. So this campaign, we'll start the Indiegogo hopefully here shortly. We're just waiting for some graphic design. This is our seed money. This is what's going to help us get certain things. We're going to get the professional pitch deck, the business plan, the marketing plan, a professional budget. Because even though I've got a rough budget done, there are certain things that I forget or that you don't think of. And it needs to be more fine tuned because we are taking extra measures because we're working with kids. And as we've talked before, which is, the driving force behind us filming this, is that there have been children who have been exploited, they've been abused. Um, and we're not going to let that happen on our set.
Right.
So, on top of staying with federal laws as far as making sure the guardians stay with it, they have a certain type of a account open, and then there's schooling and all that. We're also going to require drug testing, background
Background
checks,
check.
fingerprintings, and so we really need everything that we need and want fine tuned within our budget. Um, and then we want to shoot a teaser trailer so that everybody can not just hear what it's about, but see what it's about.
Hmm.
And so those things cost a lot of money. And if we don't have, yes, I could submit my rough budget, but I would rather it be more professional because I don't want to have to come back to our investor or any donor and say, I'm sorry, but I need more money. That's really a very, very bad look for a production.
Right.
And especially one to where if something like that happens, we're held up. You never know how long you could be held up. And then children, we haven't cast our kids yet because children age or
Quickly.
grow quickly, very quickly. And our main cast consists of 5 characters that are 12 years old. The ages of 9, 10 to 12, changes occur like this, and so we would stand the chance of having to recast, not only breaking these kids' hearts, which would break my heart
Right.
because they're now no longer going to be involved in a project. We've now tripled our cost because we now have to hire more people. Um, but, and then the marketing plan and the business plan, yeah, I could write that up. But if it's not industry standard, we've done shot ourselves in the foot before we've even walked through the
The
door.
doors. Yeah.
Every, yeah, everything has to be exact and precise, or you make yourself look bad and you lose any opportunity that you had to get this made. So we just want to make sure that everything that we do and we submit is top of the line, industry standard, and presents us in a way that we want to be presented.
Right. As a production team. And and knowing that is our first production, is
Mhm.
our first film, we wanted to make sure that it's done correctly, um, that everyone's safe, and that we put our best project out there. There's many other projects that we have right now that we're working on that will be a possibility for people to audition for, right?
Most definitely, most
And
definitely.
so I'm big with giving people opportunities, and so is Denise.
Hmm.
I'd rather you have at least a little bit of knowledge of being an actor, being in front of the camera versus someone that
Yep.
doesn't have experience, because that way it takes some of my work. I
Yeah.
have to attend to that. So, not saying that you can't audition, because we can always use those people as
Mhm.
extras. You start
Yeah.
as an extra, you start as an extra, and you take classes and you work your way into the industry where you start getting small roles, speaking roles, until until you actually got the roles that you want.
Well,
Um,
and the same goes with production. So, like
right.
for this phase of the crowdfunding, I see where you're going. Um, we're offering production perks. So, say you're wanting to build your resume up within the industry as a producer of some type. We have different roles, production roles that are you can purchase. So um, you only have so much money. We have like an associate producer perk that you can purchase all the way up to executive producer. There's only 3 executive producer slots open because we don't want to have 2 or 3, something like that. We don't want to have too many. And then for our phase 2 crowdfunding, we're going to open up perk roles. Um, so people that can't necessarily get themselves out, get themselves out there can have the opportunity to purchase a role, a smaller role,
Mhm,
because our lead roles have to go to people who have experience.
mhm.
Um, and so, you get that role. We're gonna throw in your costume, and then you get a speaking role.
Right. And folks, and that's the way to go. And I'm gonna tell you, because I've done it, right? I've done it too. I bought perks where I can, get myself out there, right? Where I can get myself out there and people can see my talent, and if that's what you want, is people to see that you're talented, and but you can't get into a film, then you get yourself a perk, and you get yourself a role. Sorry, you you get yourself a role. Hold on. From who?
He saw a squirrel.
Yeah, hold on, give me 1 second, folks.
But
I don't.
yeah, Nancy,
Yeah.
we are very much like yin and yang. There ain't no doubt. He's the sunshine and I'm the dark.
Yeah. So yeah. So those opportunities, are good for people that will want to um get into the filming industry. That's one way to getting in there. Um, you can also audition, but auditioning is very, very hard, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because 30 other people are auditioning for the same role.
At the minimum, yeah.
Okay, 30 people want that same role you want, right? So you either have to be super good or you have to be super connected to get that role, right?
Hmm.
Versus a perk, when you buy the perk, you bought it, you're there.
Yeah.
Um, that's your
And
that's your role.
it's
Yeah.
not the big, I'm sorry, Victor.
No, go
It's
ahead, go
not
ahead.
the biggest role, but hey, you're on camera and you're speaking.
That's right. So that's the easier way to getting into a production team to get yourself out there. And if you feel like you need to do a couple in the future, that's how you start to get into it. Once people start to see your faces and know that you're good and then things start to get a little easier for you. you
Yeah.
know and I'm telling you that because that's the way I it happens to me. you know so don't be discouraged that, man, I can never be an actor, I can never get a role. Listen, there's been films that I let go, you know because I couldn't make it to the area, but I've been offered great films to be in, but it just haven't been my time, because I've done other stuff. But I think that if you guys can get to this first film that we got going on, you guys are going to enjoy it. Um, and like I said, Denise said, there's perks on the second phase of us fundraising. The perks will come out, so
Mhm.
you just don't get a you just don't get to get the perk to be in the film,
Yeah.
but you get to meet me in person. You get to meet Denise in person. You get to meet everyone that's there, and that's how you collab with other people and get to know
Networking.
people and get into other projects.
Hmm.
So it's
Um,
not, yeah. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, Victor. Go ahead.
So it's not just you come in there, you bought a perk, you did your role, you go home. It's all up to you to take it to where you want to take it. You just gotta want it and know what you need to do when you're on set. You know what I mean? And that's what I always say. If you don't spread your wings, you ain't gonna fly.
Yep. Yep.
I spread my wings, I fly high because I know what I need to do when I'm on set, when I'm on events, and that's why I know so many people.
And
But
that's why you are the face.
okay, I am
Hmm.
the face. So
So, also, not everybody is an actor. Um,
right. Hmm.
we do on our website or part of our fundraising, which we don't have an end date for. So it is live on the Alara site that I was talking about. And like I said, go to our website, vampiresvendetta.net, or go to our Facebook page, which is just Vampires Vendetta. Um, on the Alara site, you can go in for $20, and once we get confirmation of everything, we email you. And I will also email the rules, even though they're posted on our Facebook page.
Hmm.
Um, we're going to have a poster contest. I'm a huge lover of the arts of all kinds, and I believe in getting people's work out. The only thing that will disqualify you is you cannot be related to any of us. Um, no nudity, no, it has to be family friendly. But we want you to create a poster. And of course, half of it is going to go into a prize pool. The other half is going to go towards the production itself. So after the Indiegogo is up and running, we'll have an end date, and anybody that purchase it, blah, 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 purchase it through the Alara, we will email you right away about when the end date's going to be. So you're going to create an original piece of art with your name signed on the bottom. The first place winner will, we haven't really decided on how we're going to split it. The first place winner, from the way we're thinking about it, will get the whole lump sum of what's created from that particular perk. It's not a lump sum of half of the entire crowdfunding, but half of that perk. Um, And then we're going to have it on our website and our Facebook page, and we're going to allow the public to start voting. Um, they'll have so long after the end date. After the end date hits, we will no longer be accepting submissions. Um, People will then vote on what they want. We'll take it down to, we'll each then pick our favorites and the favorite from the one from the public. And then we're going to have a second round. And the top three winners, their artwork will become some of our posters, and your name's going to be right on it.
Right.
Um,
So you be promoting, you be getting promotion, marketing at the same time, and
yeah,
your piece will be shown.
yeah,
Will be
and you'll
getting
retain rights to it, but allow
yeah,
us to use it. So,
right.
so yeah, we're all about helping people out. So
Yeah.
then we have another perk, Make Me, which is you send us a picture of yourself. Once again, no nudity, no, family friendly, to where we make you into whatever it is you want to be, an astronaut, a queen, whatever. You'll get 5 digital images from that. So,
Mhm.
there's a couple of well-rounded perks out there.
Right. Right. So, again, you can go to vampiresvendetta.net. Um, and any donation is a great donation. You
Mhm.
know, we started
And
from the bottom.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and this was not going to be our feature, and we've really talked a lot about this. Originally, we were going to sell this, um, but we got to talking, and Victor was pushing me, Denise, let's just make this. I'm like, no, 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 no. We want to put it towards your film. Let's sell this, and then take so much of it and put it towards the one that we've got going on.
Yeah, my film. She wanted to put
Yeah.
it. She wanted to sell her film to push my film, and I said no. Let's shoot your
Um,
film. And
the
it,
the key thing for us was the fact that we are going to be working with so many kids.
mhm,
And for those that I'm sure most people have seen it, there's a documentary called Quiet on the Set, which is just a hint of what some of these child actors have gone through. And then you look at people like Corey Haim, I mean, what a
wow.
destructive lifestyle that led him to.
Yeah.
And we don't want that. And that's why we're have so many requirements set up for so even if you, and I'm going to have it stipulated, purchase one of our perk rolls, everybody, including myself, because I'm not above anybody, will go through the same background check.
Hmm.
If you cannot pass the background check, you will not be on my set. You will not be on our set, and I will not subjugate children to somebody that is a sexual predator
Hmm.
or an abuser
Right.
or other things. I will not, we will not tolerate it. These kids are our future, and we should be there to empower them, to encourage them, to make them smile and hear their laugh and bring joy in their lives and help them achieve their dreams, not cut them down and harm them or set up an environment for them to be abused in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
And when me and you discussed that is when I decided, yeah, we can't, I cannot sell this and allow somebody to
Right.
hurt a child from something that, because they're working on something that I wrote.
Right. Yeah. I agree 100%. We want total control of what we create so we can micromanage everything that's going on around us, and make sure that everything is safe, not just for the kids, but for us as well. That goes
Mhm.
for adults as well. Just as much as we protect the kids, we're going to protect the team. Anyone that comes into our circle will definitely be, we want to make sure that they're safe, protected. And any problems that anyone has, feel free to come to Denise, come to me if I'm there. Just let it be known. Don't keep nothing to yourself because we want a safe environment. Um, so this film we're planning with God's grace and you guys help and everyone else that's listening is for 2026. Um, we want to start shooting for next year, sometime what the spring, Denise.
We're looking, so if we can get all of the seed money, okay, because we really need the whole 25 to 30,000, because the teaser trailer is an important part of the concept.
Right,
So that investors and, people for product placement can not just read, but they have that visual to see what it really is about.
right,
Um, so then if we can get the product placement and because we're figuring we're going to average, somewhere between $1 to $2 million, which seems like an exorbitant amount of money.
mm-hmm.
And to me, it is. To most of us, it is, but that is still considered low budget. That is still working on an indie type schedule where we work around people's 9 to 5s. We shoot mainly on the weekends. Um, so we have to have all this, and if we get it and we get the product placement and we get the investors, we're looking at shooting late summer, early fall of 2026. And that's because we want the end of the summer, so we have quite a few scenes that are inside of school. It is easier to shoot scenes in a school while school is on session, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then in the fall, because the story takes place around Halloween, which is the best holiday. Not that it's a holiday, but it's the best time of year ever. I love the fall.
Right,
So that's the goal. I would love to shoot in Washington County, Missouri. I've sent out a few emails and I'm waiting to hear back. But I think most of that will take place after we can kind of secure the funding, and then we can secure all of our locations and everything like that.
right, and we got some names attached to this film as well. You know, I believe John Potash is part of this film, correct?
Yep, John Put I
John
love John.
John,
We have Tabitha Ott, we've got Kyle Lee, we've got Tyler Newman, and Sandy Johnson.
yes, my good friend Sandy Johnson.
Sandy Johnson.
Yes,
Uh, for those that don't know, she was in the 1978 original version of Halloween and played Michael Myers' sister. And
Judith
she
Meyer.
is the sweetest lady ever.
Yes, yes, she is, and she's played in other phenomenal films. You know,
hmm
I just know her for that film.
I think that's probably one of her biggest roles, her
Yeah,
most well-known roles.
yes,
Um, yeah, so I mean, we've got Stephen Province as our director. Our composer is a very, very good friend of mine named Kevin Henry. He's been doing music for 30 years, and he's wonderful. And we've got a bunch of wonderful, wonderful actors and other people within the production team that are just wonderful people to be around, and we all have a common goal. And the nice thing is that it's not just about their career and their vision. It is at its core and at its essence a team, and that is what it should be.
right, 100%, 100%. So folks, it's a phenomenal project that we're working on. It's a great story, great film. I can't wait to y- get the teaser out so you guys can see where we're going with this and see what type of film this is, and maybe more people will want to engage into this because it's going to be amazing. And we just want to bring the best that to you guys, to your homes,
Yeah.
give you the best that we can bring to your theaters, to your home, to your whatever device, whatever you want to call it, and just know that that's the face behind it. Um, and she's a phenomenal writer and a great person as well. And she's about the people. Um, and anything that she can do and I can do to help,
We're
then
there.
if we can do it, then it's done. Um,
And you
And
know, if people don't want to buy a perk, we have um, a drop sharing store with Vampire Vendetta logo shops, which is also where the posters will be coming from on our website. So they
right,
can buy something too if they like. I mean, the quality is actually really good. I planned on having my coffee cup in here, but I forgot it.
right. And and if you just want to donate, just donate. That's fine as well. Um, I don't know how that Denise will
I
work with
have a
that.
special thanks section put up, or we can always work something out.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, this isn't about there's some people that put movies out just to put movies out and make a quick buck.
Yeah.
We're about our crew, we're about our team, we're about producing something that's quality because our names are attached to it,
Yeah.
and you know, um, quality over quantity.
All
Also.
day, every day. All day,
Mhm.
every day. And we also want people to know that, you know, we're a great team to work with.
Yeah.
We're a great team to work with. Um, and we're going to be putting out amazing films. You
And we
know,
love working with the same people.
yes, yes.
I
So,
mean, there's a
yeah,
reason why Hollywood's so closed net, because there are so many people out there that are out to scam you or screw you or get what they can from you. And when you work with the same people, you know that you're working with good people.
mm-hmm,
It's not to say that people can't come in, because yeah, they can.
hmm,
Um, but you have to have integrity, and you have to be honorable, and be a little bit crazy to be around us, because we're a little bit of a nutcase. But I will tell you that when it comes down to the core, me and Victor always come together and we discuss everything. And if I'm feeling the vibe one way and he's feeling it the other, we discuss it. And at the end, we both have to agree 100%, if it's an actor, if it's a director, if it's a producer, if it's a financer, you know, because that's how a team works, you
right,
know.
right. And regardless of who wrote what or whose thing, it's always comes down to us.
Hmm.
It's a us thing with her and I. It's not a me thing. It's a us thing. We work as a team, and and if anything was to ever go great, right, meaning financially, then everything goes right in the middle with us. That's how we work.
And when
And
that happens, you call him. He is the face.
I am
I
the
am
face.
very, I am very reclusive, and I will tell you that every once in a while I start getting messages. I've about turned my Facebook off a few times, but we do post when we are going to be casting.
Hmm.
So always pay attention to that.
Yes, yes. And we I get those too. And like I say, we want to bring good people to our production team, to our circle. We're not tolerating any craziness or starting
Yeah.
any chit chatting.
Especially with this one, because it's got kids. Yeah.
Right? No, that's where we're not. We can send you home.
Yeah.
If you're not behaving, if you're not standing
No
your
drama.
grounds, you could
Yeah.
lose your role and you could go home. So if you do decide to come, make sure you're in your best behavior. Um, you're there to do your job, and everything should be fine.
And we're gonna have a really good time. I mean, I'm seriously
Yeah,
am. I'm looking into bouncy houses. I'm looking into a thing so we can make s'mores. I mean, because we've got kids
yeah,
and
yeah,
we gotta
yeah.
keep them entertained, and we're all big kids anyways. So when I get the bouncy house, it's going to also be up to support adults.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, especially Denise. She likes to bounce around.
Shut up.
she
Gooseneck.
she keeps saying the bouncy. I think she loves bouncing around.
My squirrels wear roller skates is all I can say.
Dial is- yeah.
Um, But yeah, and if you're a business, we have on our website what we call a wall of thanks. Um, so we have, people that have had us on podcasts, people that are giving us advertising, people that are helping us out, we're putting on our wall of thanks. So we've also got an advertisement pay, if you want your business advertised,
Hmm.
we put it on our wall of thanks. And then even in the trailer, we're going to have a thing set up to where, it may be in the background, it may be wherever, but it's going to be set up so that your advertisement is within that. And then we'll do the same within the film.
Hmm.
Um, if anybody designs clothes and you want
Design the
your
clothes. Yeah.
your stuff seen, hit us up.
Yeah.
I've got some we've got some historical costumes that we need. We are open to all kinds of things. And hi, Liz. And given the time of year, I mean, there's all kinds of things that we could do.
Right.
And we are open to organically fit it in. One of our producers is going to be working on product placement for us. And, the one I really, really, really want is Emo's Pizza, because Emo's is St. Louis based, which of course is Missouri. I would love to be able that they would fit in organically, but yeah, I mean, we're here to promote you and um, give back as we can.
Yeah, because that's the thing. We once we get rolling, with God's grace and you guys helping us out as much as you can, you know, we will give back to the community.
Oh yeah,
That's something that the nation I spoke about a while ago is giving
yeah,
back.
yeah.
And
One thing that we have in our budget. I'm sorry, Victor.
no, go
ADHD.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
We're adding in our budget is an extra amount of money so that whatever school allows us to come film, we would like to be able to provide backpacks to every student.
Mm-hmm.
And fill those backpacks with pens and paper because in Missouri, one of the requirements for the tax incentive is that you film in a rural or blighted area. So these are areas that need all the economic help that they can get. So we're going to be going into the areas that are not well off, to where they're everyday people like us that struggle, that are considering buying chickens so that they can have eggs.
Right.
Um, so that we would love to be able to, and you know what, if there is any shoe companies or clothing companies when we get to that point that would like to donate to whatever area we film in, we'd appreciate it. But we
Yeah.
want to fill those backpacks up,
Yeah.
and at least start them off in a good way. And they don't have to have the Vampires Vendetta logo on them. This is just our way of saying
Thank
thank
you.
you and our way of giving back to them.
Amen to that. And remember, folks. We have a team, but our team, our goal is to build a bigger team. So that could be opportunities in the future to be a part of our team. You know, um, of course,
Yeah, we
Denise
have
and I,
like four.
yeah, and Denise and I and the rest of the team will sit down and decide if we want to bring in someone else. Um, and because it's all of us, but it's at the end it's one of us. You know what I mean? It's like all for one and one for all. Okay, so we'll decide. We'll
Victor,
you
honey,
know,
you froze. Wait a
huh?
minute. You froze. You're like, ah.
Yeah, we decide and if you are a good candidate, we can bring you into our team because see we want to build a great team, people that got connections, people can make things happen. Because I know I can make things happen. Denise makes things happen. Reed made things happen, and the other person that's with us is making things happen. So we want to have a team of people that when we say it's go time. Denise know what to do. I know what I need to do. We need to know what to need to do. The up person needs to know what to do to make the project happen. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of people we're gonna want in our circle. You know, because we're grown. I don't want to grab nobody by the hand and say you need to do this. No, no. You sure already know your position. We sit down, we have a meeting. What needs to be done, what has to be done, and what do we need?
Yeah.
Can you do this? Yes, that's your job. Denise, can you do this? That's your job. Victor, can you do that? That's your job. And then we make it happen, and then we just move forward with it.
And the good thing is there's no, when I know that with our team that we've got right now, there is, I hate micromanaging. If I say, hey, can you do this? And you tell me yes, okay, I'll talk to you in a month or two and we'll touch base and this is what we need by then. And you know what? We may touch base here and there, but I'm not going to hound you because
Right.
I'm going to trust you to
Right.
do what you're supposed to be doing. And if for some reason it can't be done, then you need to be upfront and discuss it.
Right. And let us know what the problem is, like on why you can't make it happen, so that we can know, and maybe we can say, okay, well, maybe let's try this, let's try
Mhm.
that. Because we want to work as a team. And sometimes you might have to do something, but you might need my help or
Mhm.
Denise's help when we might, when we're expecting you to do something and you're missing a piece. And that piece I can help you out in that piece. Denise
Mhm.
can help you out in that piece. So it's always good to uh, regroup, say, okay, what problem are you having to making this done? Well, the problem is this, I can't get this. Okay, well, let me make some calls and I have these people contact you because that's your job, contact you, and then you take it from there.
Yeah.
You know, because we're not going to leave
And
nobody hanging.
that is what is making Vampires Vendetta. I mean, we're at the hard part right now. We're at the I need money part, and with as hard as writing is, that's actually the easy part. And
Yeah,
and then during the filming, yeah, you have your hiccups. And then post production, you're going to have your hiccups. But finding the money and getting the money is really, 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 really hard. It is the most frustrating part of it. It is also the time when people really want to scam you because, most of your other people come on board after the money is obtained. And so they don't see this part of it. They don't see the stress. They don't see the should I trust this? Um, and so that is why getting the seed money that we really need right now is so important
right,
because it gets us to the next step. And the more that we can raise during this part is the less we're going to have to worry about later.
right,
So yeah, help us, please, because you guys and your kids and your grandkids are going to love this story. It's kind of like Stranger Things meets Supernatural with the friendships of Goonies and
hmm
maybe a hint of Scooby Doo, which Scooby Doo is phenomenal. I had to talk about Scooby Doo today, and it's like, oh yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, help us make this happen.
yeah. Help us make this happen, and by helping us, we can
I did,
help you guys in the
yeah,
future with the other projects that we have for you to be a part of. Um,
and
and
we're keeping kids safe. That's the
and
important
we
thing.
keep
We are
in
showing everybody what you
that you
should do when
care,
you
you
have
care,
kids
that you
come to
care,
the,
that you
yeah.
care. Okay, so yeah, folks, that's what we all about, and you know, we just we really need some help, and we really want to put this movie out so you guys can see what type of potential we have as far as making films. Because we can't talk about the film, we can't send you the film to read it, you know,
No,
but you just
you
need to
know,
trust us. You need to trust us. Trust
and
in what we're
we're
bringing to
taking
the
the
table.
hardest thing and making it first, which working with kids is never easy because of all the regulations and like we have to provide teachers. We can only film between certain hours. We can
Yes.
only do this and only, and kids, when they have a bad day, they have a bad day.
Yeah.
And You can't, like, I could look at Victor and say some pretty choice words if he has a bad day, and he's going to come back tomorrow and give me a hug.
Right.
A child, you have to be compassionate. You have to put your instincts that you would come across as an adult to the back, and I love kids, and keeping them safe is my ultimate priority.
Right. Right. So, folks, so again, we're trying to get on other podcasts to promote this. Anyone that has a show and want us to come on your show to promote it, that'll also help us get the word out. We're trying to get it out as much as we can. Um, I do got some other podcasts that I'm going to set up for us to come on. Um, but the more the merrier. I appreciate it. Um, Help us get this out there. Help us, raise some money to get this teaser out. And follow us. Go to vampiresvendetta.net. Check out what we got going on for updates. Denise, she posts updates there, or you can
The
come here on
Facebook
the show
page.
and we'll give you
Yeah.
the updates here on my show on what we're doing, how we're looking. Um, but again, opportunities are there. Perks will be there on our second part of the.
Yeah, the production perks are part of this one.
Mhm,
When we move towards they call it Band-Aid money, so what you can't get from product placement and your investors,
mhm.
or you have other little expenses, is when you do what they call Band-Aid crowdfunding.
Right,
So that portion will have the acting portion. So once we get more towards the actual producing the film, we'll open up the perk roles for acting. Right now, it's all about production and getting us to that point, and it just seems to make sense. We can't put out acting roles when we're not ready to film.
right, right. It just don't make sense, but you
No.
know. But again, opportunities will be there. We have Vampire Vendetta. Pagan is another project that she put together. We got my film that's we're working on. That's I'm gonna need extras in that, and maybe because it's a big, it's a big,
When we get to the rom com, we're gonna have a
yeah.
huge
It's gonna
role.
be a huge film. I mean, it's gonna
Yeah.
be a lot of people involved in my film, so those opportunities again will be there for people to get perks, to be background extras. Denise and I will figure it out when we get to that. But it's also a great, phenomenal action film. And then Denise and I are working on some paranormal films as well. That we might be reaching out to certain paranormal teams that I know and we know that we associate with to be a part of these paranormal projects that Denise and I are thinking of putting together. So there's
Mhm.
opportunities for everyone, paranormal, just regular people.
Rom
We
coms. We've got
yeah.
another supernatural one. We have a lot, and here's the nice thing: is that since the website is up and the crowdfunding has started,
Hmm.
I'm at a lull right now where I can devote more time to writing, which makes me feel really, really good because I have missed writing.
Hmm.
Um, but we're always available for, just remember that we do work regular jobs.
Hmm.
We are not wealthy by any means, hence the crowdfunding. Um, so there are certain schedules we can't always play around with, but you have questions, post them to the Vampires Vendetta Facebook page. We're more than
Hmm.
happy to answer what we can. We
Yes.
will post everything as it comes along, keep you up to date. Buy you a really nice coffee cup from our store on our website. There's coffee cups, there's t-shirts, there's hats. I did a teddy bear today, so
Hmm.
we now have teddy bears, notebooks, magnets, mouse pads, all kinds of stuff.
Good. Yeah.
Looking for
And
more and
that
more.
and that folks will help us raise money to get um
Hmm.
towards the teaser. So again, any donation, anything you do for this project, it's appreciated, and and we are. I can't even say that. I can't even find a word for it, but we're
It's
definitely
phenomenal. It's
phenomenal,
phenomenal. Yes.
phenomenal.
Yes.
Okay,
Phenomena.
it is phenomenal. Okay, it's phenomenal. Yeah. So, folks, again, and any questions that you may have about the project or how to be involved, vampiresvendetta.net. If there's something there that doesn't answer your question, you can reach to Denise, you can reach out to me. If you can't find both of us, then
We have an email too,
we have an
and
email
that's on the bottom of the website.
that's on the bottom. Susan is also part of our circle. Susan is part of the paranormal side of stuff, but Susan is part of this thing as well. So you can reach out to Susan. She can contact us. She know how to get to us. So, anything else you want to say?
I
Like-
forgot to mention that Mary Spezia is the head of our hair and makeup department, and she is also phenomenal. Um, and because I always want to give her a shout out because the makeup department is always overlooked, and she is phenomenal with what she does.
yeah.
Um, Not just help us out, help us keep kids safe, help us make an amazing family film, help your family come together, and watching this wonderful movie when it comes out.
Mhm.
You won't regret it. Hit us up, Vampires Vendetta on Facebook, vampiresvendetta.net. And like I said, our email, nocturnal.imaginations@gmail.com, is at the bottom of our website. Buy a product, make a donation. There's ones for special thanks, enter the poster contest,
Mhm.
become a executive producer. The possibilities are endless.
Right. Guess look who I got here. Bing.
Hi,
Hey,
Cody.
Cody.
He,
My
he,
man,
he,
50
he
grand.
threatened to embarrass me. Start asking me questions. Don't do that.
Cody, yeah. Cody's a giant. He could play Jason Michael Myers. He's about like six something.
Hey, I actually, when we were talking about the gargoyle thing today, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, Cody, yeah,
Cody,
Cody,
yeah.
yeah. Be nice, Cody.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's
And sorry, Cody, I got the time wrong. I found out 5 minutes before
yeah, yeah, then yeah, she gets
because
things
I
wrong,
can't
Cody.
read. I can write, but I can't read.
I don't know how you can be a writer and you can't read. I mean, it's amazing. She's got talent. She's talented, I'll tell you.
It's all
Okay.
about the squirrels.
I don't know how she does it, Cody, but she does it. She drives me nuts too at times, but
Oh, shut up.
I got to deal with it.
Yeah, you do.
You
You
know,
do.
when you got a woman as a partner, it can be really difficult.
Just wait until we're off camera there, buddy. Just wait.
You know what I'm talking about, Cody. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, hush.
So, um, Cody, I do have a few clips of some Don Hazel the Gangster. I think I sent Denise, but
Yeah,
where
I forgot. I'm sorry.
we can do some reels on it. Desert Fiends come out on April 8th. So I think I'm gonna hold on to that so I can try to get those reels so that you can help me put a nice reel together, Cody. Um
Cody also helps. He does stunts, and
yes,
he helps stunt. Oh, what's it called? What's it called?
Stuntman,
No, no. He choreograph, coordinate. Yeah,
choreography.
something that starts with a C. Anyways, he's amazing.
Something that starts with a C.
He's
A
an
lot of things
amazing
starts with a C, my friend. Okay.
coordinator or something. Choreographer. I can't remember. I'm hoping that he's gonna like message and give me the right word. Um, and he was in this phenomenal film this called Run Baby Run, which is probably some of the best cinematic work I have ever seen. They use nothing but natural light, and you should honestly see that as well. I mean, it's just it's phenomenal. The lighting is amazing. What
Right.
they did there was pretty kick ass.
Mm. So Liz says, send me the link for the donation, Victor. I can put it in at March when I get paid again. When if that's okay, Victor. Okay. Well,
Hey, that would be great. Go to
that'll be
the
great.
Alara site on either our website
Yeah,
or
you
on
can.
our Facebook page.
Yeah, you can go to the website, Les VampireVendetta.net. I'll send you the link. And whenever you're ready, you can deny. And anything's ready. Anything that you give us, it's okay. We
Or
okay with.
if you go buy a coffee cup in the store, that'll really help us too. And there's
Yeah,
blankets as well.
blankets, coffee cups, whatever you want to do. That's fine. That's up to you. It's what you like to do. You know
Got it, Vic. Just like, but he doesn't give me the word.
what? Who?
So yeah, phenomenal team, phenomenal people, phenomenal actors,
Mhm.
and Cody's definitely part of that team as often as we can use him. You
Yeah,
know,
definitely.
um, and you are my bestie, and I couldn't ask for a better partner. You and
Hey.
Bree.
Thank you so much. It's great to be a part of a project, and not just a project, but family.
Yeah.
I look at you guys like family, and that's important to me. You
Hey,
know,
we've been there through some of the roughest moments of our lives, haven't we?
yeah, yeah, we have, and we spoken, things that we don't usually speak to other people about. So that makes us
Exactly.
really special, and the bond that we have. Um, it's a very special bond, and that's amazing to know that I got a bond with someone that's oh, miles away from me, and I consider my sister. You know what I mean?
You just made my little heart swell 3 times bigger.
No, please.
Choreographer, choreograph. Thank you, Cody. Thank you.
Right.
He's a
Think,
fight
yeah.
choreographer.
Right. Well, you know how cool we are, Cody. When we call each other, we got each other's nicknames. We give each other nicknames every other day, from ass hat to what is it, gooseneck to jingles to
Shut up. Or I'm going to say one that I shouldn't say.
yeah. But that's how we are, and
That's what
we make
friends do.
that's what friends do, and it's amazing. Thank you, Sabrina. You're amazing.
And man, I'll tell you what, we create some wonderful things together. And he got the squirrels moving on the gargoyle one that we're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. That's that's
So
gonna
yeah.
be that's gonna be a good one, folks. We're planning on writing a gargoyle movie. Of course, paranormal, right? Has that falls into the kind of like the paranormal type of thing,
hmm Yeah,
and
we'll figure it out. We'll flush it all out. I mean, we've got so many coming up.
right. So
Um, and we're never going to disappoint you guys. We're only going
no,
to deliver the best that we can, and we're
yeah,
only going to bring phenomenal people on. And we'd
right.
love to have you all involved.
Right. And we might be calling some of you to get some information on certain things to so that we can write what we write put together, we can write it nice and tight where
hmm
it's
There
gonna
you
make a
go.
lot of it's gonna make a lot of sense, and a lot of you paranormal investigators are gonna want to be involved in this project as well. So just stay tuned for that. We'll be writing
It's like an
uh,
infomercial. Just wait, there's more.
100%. Thank you,
Oh,
Liz. You're
thank you,
amazing.
Liz.
Liz, you don't know Liz, do you?
No.
So Liz is a friend of mine. She's out of the UK.
Okay.
She's from the UK. She's a
Our
paranormal.
products can also be shipped to the UK.
Yes, yes. So all you people out in the UK, we can ship stuff out there as well. So she is a paranormal investigator. She investigates out there, um, in the UK with her grandson, I believe, and sometimes her daughter with her. And she's been
That's awesome.
Yes, she's been a good friend of mine for years, and she's been a great supporter of my show. She's always sharing, and I would someday want to do something nice for her. Um,
Hey, let's hop on a boat because you know how I feel about flying, and we'll cross the big pond and we'll go and we'll film something there. Because I also have a couple of friends over in the UK that I would love to work with.
right, that's amazing. Liz is phenomenal. Here's another phenomenal person that I love to death.
Hi, Nicole.
Hey,
I've never met her, but I absolutely adore her.
you'll love Nicole. I think you two to get along. You girls,
With her
I love you both
ADHD.
because yeah, you both got HD, but Nicole's a little.
ADHD.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. Hers is a little upscale than yours,
It's
but you
because I'm
guys,
heavily medicated.
yes, but you guys are similar. You guys are great, great human beings, great hearts. Always out to help people and do the best and expect the best. And
And she always gives such solid advice. I listen to
always
everything you ever say,
listen.
Nicole.
She's one of the realest persons I've met in the industry.
I really want to work with her when she's got free time and we've got free time and we can all come together. I would love to work with her. Absolutely love
Yeah.
to.
Well, I don't know after this one, she might just not want to work. She just want to do her acting thing. But
Well, hey, we can do
she
that
can
too.
always come and act for me anytime in one of my projects. I'd love to have her in one of my films, you know,
We do have some
playing a
roles
black
coming up. We do have
playing a
some
bad
roles.
girl. Okay. She can be naughty at times. She's bad, you know. So Nicole it's also working for Desert Fiends 2 with director Sean C. Phillips. She's producing this one as well. And she is hopefully they start filming in April. Her campaigning is already up and running. They're up to like 150K, something like that, or 200K.
You rock, girl.
So congratulations to you guys. Um and she's a hard worker too, just like you, Denise. She works hard and she's only been in this for like 4 years, going on 5, and she's done so much. I'm very proud of her. She inspires me too. She's a very good friend of mine, and she gives me advice. She tells me what to look out for, what I need to
She
have as
really
a
looks out
production.
for you. Yes, sir.
Yes, that's why I love her to death, and anything that I can do for her, it's not even a question. If I can do it, it's
Oh, most
done.
definitely.
Because I know she'll do it for me. So I won't even question it. Setting up for a paid audience gig today. Just got home. Hi, I ended up
Awesome.
singing.
Signing
Oh, signing up for a paid audition or audience
audience.
gig today. Okay, that's awesome, Nick. I call her Nick. I'm probably the only one that call her Nick.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Any messages with you?
You know,
Anybody message with you
I
guys? I'm
wanna
coming.
write a Western now because I'm like seeing her with these, guns on her hips. I bet she'd be a
She's
badass.
amazing. She's
Yeah.
badass. I tell you. She did. She Sorry, Nick. I got to put you out there. She did one which blew my damn mind. I would never thought she would do a role like that. She did a role where she had a gun. She had powder on top of the table. She was doing like a mafia film. I love that she did great, but I never, I didn't think she would do a role like that. She had the gun, she had the powder on the table, and she was, touring it, acting like I was like, Nick, what are you doing? But it was so good because she looked gangster, you know. She really did. She pulled
She's
it off.
badass from what I can tell.
Yeah,
She's a badass.
she
And
is.
she'll eat your Cheerios for breakfast.
Yes, she will. Yes, she will. I might be coming over to Donna's near you, Victor, to meet you. I will let you know when I'm coming over and we can do an investigation in America. Okay, you coming over Donna's house? Oh, okay, yeah, Donna's. Oh, yeah, yeah, Donna's in my city. That'll be great. Yeah, we can do an investigation together. That'll be great. Is there a group for your film? She said I can add others.
Well, there's the Facebook page, Vampires Vendetta, and then there's the website, vampiresvendetta.net. And you'll see Victor's beautiful, amazing picture that makes him look oh so handsome on the website.
Which one was that? Oh, the one you cropped. Oh, that was I was like I had to
Didn't
look
that
at
come
that.
out good? Made it black and white? Oh, yeah.
I had to look two or three. That looked gangster right there. I was like,
No, that was GQ, baby. That's
that was
like
GQ. I'd be like, I was falling in love with myself. Okay,
your pit bull moment.
my pitbull moment. Yes, yes, that looked very good. Thank you. That you did good.
Well, thank you, sir.
That was so
Whoever
good.
took the picture did a really good job.
Yeah, my son.
Oh, hey, there you
Yeah,
go. So,
busting my chop always. He says. Yeah, and that's the thing, Nicole. That a lot of people don't know how hard it is to bust those chops. we're finding out. We're finding out. Okay, and it's not easy. Working on our charity dinner for foster care. Why do not do the same to raise funds for your movies? Charity dinner with fun additions like what we're doing, King. Yeah, charity work too. Um, with Sabrina for foster care too. Fundraising for that as well. Um, so
well,
yeah,
it's something we can consider as word gets out and it becomes more popular.
yeah,
And we have
definitely.
the money to put down for the facility.
Yeah, yeah,
It all comes down to money every single time.
yeah. It's just it's very hard. But we all pushing coming over to Donna's. Okay, that's great. Well, if you make it here to Donna's, then
Thank you, Nicole. You the
thank you,
best.
Nicole. Appreciate you so much. So yeah, folks, that's where we at. That's the update that we got for now. Again, go to vampirevendettas.net. You can donate there. You can go
There's
on
the Facebook page.
Facebook page as well. I think I shared it on my page. Suzanne Victoria also shared it. It's on her page as well. So if you guys can share it out, I'll appreciate that as well. The more we share it, the better it is for us to get a chance to raise some money to get this film going, this teaser going. Yeah, she said create charity dinner.
Good break. I'll write that down.
Use Event Bright
I
to
got,
sell tickets.
I got it. I got it written down.
Yeah, Sabrina's very good when it comes to organizing
Fundraising. Cool.
organizing stuff like that and coming with ideas. I mean, I'm part of her thing too, but she's very good at that. Yes, it will be great to meet you too. Just make sure you bring a camera so you can get pictures and autographs from me, from your celebrity, from your celebrity, me and Denise.
Oh no, I don't live where you do. I live elsewhere. But she can come down during filming. We've got haunted places in Missouri. Lots of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, definitely Missouri. Yeah, yep, true facts.
So
Yeah, this is Nicole. Mhm. Yeah, that's it. So let me just show you guys. So this is what it looks like. You guys go there, and you guys can donate anything that you might want to. Everything counts.
yep.
So
I've been
Anything?
meaning to change the banner, but I haven't gotten around to it, but I'm going to wait a couple days.
She says use the dinner detectives to help.
Okay. I got that wrote down too.
Okay. She said fun and easy. Yeah, it's easy for you, Sabrina. You're like a computer whiz. Okay. She also does like AI stuff too,
Yeah,
Denise.
and it took me how long to get a website up?
Sabrina does AI. She's very good with the computer. Charge 2,500 for dinner for two. Okay. I want some gold eggs for 2,500.
Hey,
Okay.
we keep going the way we are, and they're going to be.
She says I am. LOL. Yeah. So yeah, folks. So anything else you think we should tell our viewers?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but I'm sure when we get off of here, I'm going to think of 5 different things.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we covered a lot of it. Um so again, vampiresvendetta.net, and you can find us on Facebook. Um and if you guys can buy some of the merchandise that's on there, find coffee cups, whatever, everything that's on there. And you can get
Everything that's on there, yes.
yeah, and every you can get to read a little bit about me that I'm on there, and whoever else. I think John Potash is on there. You can read
Hmm.
about that. You can read about the crew, um, which is
Well, I don't have many bios set up yet, but that's to come. But yeah,
right,
your link
and
to your IMDb and all that's there.
right, and and hopefully we're gonna have some reels as well, so you guys can see, you know, keep it interesting.
Yep, we'll be there. We'll get it.
Okay, so yeah, so I want to thank you all for tuning in. Pool party after dinner. Pool party after dinner.
I like a pool party.
Won't cost you anything up front.
Sharing is caring. Thank
Sharing
you,
is
Nicole.
caring. I always say it. Share, because sharing
Hmm.
is caring. You know the vibes. And yeah, so follow us, follow me, follow Denise, follow Nicole Butler Vegas.
Follow
And
you, most importantly.
follow me, if most importantly, of course. And any questions that you might have about our film, feel free to inbox me, ask me any question. Um, and if I can answer it, I will. And if I can't, I'll reach out to Denise and get the answer for you. Or you can get it from her. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Love you guys. Stay safe, stay out the way, stay sucker free, stay focused. And I'll see you guys on my next show soon. I got some people I'm going to bring aboard the show. And we'll also come up in the future for more updates on Vampire Vendetta as we move on. So, Denise, I want to thank you for coming on today again. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're my best friend. And
Oh, keep it coming. I can feel. Oh,
and I can hate you sometimes.
yes, you can. I can hate you too because you are my brother.
I know. So, and all my viewers on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. You guys are great. Remember to shake and sharing is caring. Keep following me on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm everywhere, platforms. And I'll see you guys on the next show. All right. Thank you for watching. And I'm out of here with peace, love, respect. You know the vibes. I am out of here.